Hello, everybody. Welcome to Average Joe Watch Reviews, where we do more than just reviews. We already have a bunch of people in the chat, which I always appreciate. We've got True 2022. Anyone caught not hitting the like button will be canceled. And I like that. I like that. So please do us a favor and hit that like button. That is definitely the most charitable way to help support the channel. Absolutely, right? And of course, I am wearing the proper shirt for the occasion, my Rocky shirt. Yo, Adrian. What's going on in the town watch? Thank you for tuning in. We got Peter C. driving but listening, treating it like a good old podcast. Definitely appreciate that because let's be honest with you, we're not the two prettiest people on YouTube, right? We've got White Glove Watches, definitely ready to see some RMs. If you guys don't know what RMs are, well, you're going to know by the end of today. Richard Mille, so you'll definitely see a couple of those for sure. So let's see, we've got Jarrow Winty. Yes, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And of course, we have Ken Spear. What's going on there, Ken Spear? Thank you so much for tuning in. Bumblebee Tuna. Thank you so much, Steve Papa. What's going on, buddy? And of course, the wifey, Janny Eileen. So I can go on, but we've got someone waiting in the green room. He is absolutely mad, but we love him anyway. He is the ever popular, silly, but very informative YouTuber. One of my favorites YouTubers, at least when it comes to watches, and also a really good friend of mine. He is the Mad Watch Collector, Russell. Oh no!
Smash!
Oh, there he is.
Smash! How you doing?
What's going on? You're probably wondering, like, oh, when's he gonna introduce me already?
Oh, how are you doing? Well, listen, when you say green room, I got the lighting right today, haven't I? Lovely little green in the back there, Joe.
I see a little bit of a green tinge, man.
Yeah, look at that green. Oh, won't like me when I'm angry. Oh,
there it is. That's the whole play, right?
Yeah, that's the whole there, man. How are you?
Cardigan in today.
Man, Mardigan.
Terry Fenner. He's
look at this.
He's definitely a loyal subscriber for sure. Andy Locke in the house, cup of tea in hand. And
awesome
chocolate. All right. Best way to spend a great evening in the UK. How is the weather over here, my friends?
It's awful. It's awful. It's not cold, Joe, but it's rubbish, wet and rubbish. I managed to do the lawn at the start of the day, which was nice. It was the nicest part of the day, and we did a little bit of the lawn. Wore a G-Shock for it, special occasion. A G-Shock.
I'm wearing mine today because I was doing some work. I was actually covered with not green, but red stain because I was actually staining Baby Madison's new swing set that I got yesterday. So perfect.
Okay,
watch it for the occasion. What are you wearing today, my friends?
I am wearing my beautiful CWC RN Diver 1980 reissue.
The Jan
mug. Yes.
She actually just ran it into me just right now. She's like, you got to put this on.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got to do that, haven't we? I always do think that we should really, every time we're on, we should really be drinking out of our Jan mug and wearing our Irakanjis, really, shouldn't we?
Cheers. Let's do cheers to the camera. Ready?
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Boom.
Chin chin. Oh.
Hello, lovely. Mrs. Joe. Thank you, True. We got a bunch of people in today, so I definitely appreciate you guys coming in.
That's good, guys. Good guys and girls.
Somewhere in time.
Adrian!
Yo, Adrian! Here's a shirt for those who haven't seen it yet. Definitely perfect for the occasion.
I love it.
Russ, we got 31 people in the chat so far, man. So
look at Barry. Look at Barry. I mean, you wouldn't know. You probably don't know who Kevin Keegan is, Barry, do you? There's another one down. If you go down a little bit more, Russell reminds me of
Kevin
a young
Keegan. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Have to see it, man.
Basically, he's a 70s footballer and early 80s footballer. And he actually, back in those days, Joe, people used to perm their hair. And don't you laugh? Don't you laugh, Barry? What have you done, Barry? This is not fair.
Well, since he brought it up, I have to do this.
God.
You guys ready?
Oh, dear.
There it is, right here, guys.
There he is. Look at that.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
He's there. I can see him. I can see him. It's embarrassing, isn't it? But yes, he used to perm his hair, from what I understand. And
that's great.
Mine, Barry, is all natural, and you know that.
That is true. That is true. Yes.
You know, unbelievable.
So let's see here. Oh, we got Bob over in Canada.
Bob,
great channel, guys.
Oh, Bob, how are you, my friend?
Definitely subscribe to this guy right here. He's a really
Bob,
really humble guy, man. I like this guy a lot.
Definitely. I love his voice. It's proper. I don't know if it's proper Canadian voice, Joe, but it's so chirpy.
I don't think so either.
No, so chirpy. He reminds me, like, I don't know if you've ever seen the shows Fargo or the film Fargo. He's got a little bit of twinge of Fargo in him, like right. Minnesota type accent to him. And I love his accent. And also Bob never, ever doesn't stop smiling, ever. He's great to watch. I love him.
He really is. So shout out to Bob over his channel. I just had it up here.
Time to go.
Time to go, yes.
Time to go.
Yes,
Nelson. More of a Wayne Bridge. Oh, thanks, Nelson from Toyota.
Yeah.
Yes. I am.
A bunch of people.
The reason why Barry's saying Kevin Keegan, because I am representing, Joe. I'm representing.
Footy.
Footy. This is the 1990 World Cup football shirt from the England team. Got number 19 on the back. Any England supporters, if you do not know number 19 from 1990, there's the door. Yes, it's the first big championships, Joe, I ever remember watching as a kid. I was 10 and changed my life. Football, soccer was really made a big impact in my life, definitely.
I agree here that Bob definitely has the best photography and videography for sure. Yeah. Definitely. All right. So we've got just about 30 people in the chat today. And if anybody's familiar with Sylvester Stallone, I'm sure there's not many people that aren't. He is definitely a worldwide sensation.
What are you going to do?
Now, that lip there was actually due to a childhood accident that
Don't say that, Joe. I've just taken the mick out of him. Oh, no.
Well, what happened was, I think what happened, it was the forceps. That was a popular thing back in the day when doctors used the forceps.
I was a forceps baby as well.
Well, that explains a lot.
Which is why I've got a huge head. Yes, and my mum, I also had jaundice at the time when I was born, so I was yellow. So I was basically a Simpson-looking baby.
Oh, wow.
And I had an alien-shaped head, and it was only my mother that loved the look of me. So...
you had the face that only a mother could love.
Oh, absolutely. Still.
Absolutely. We got Dave from the Schwartz Force in today. Thank you for joining us.
May the Schwartz be with Dave.
May the Schwartz be with you, man.
Top guy, Dave. Top guy.
Yes. There's a lot of top guys in the chat today, so I definitely appreciate it. But we definitely have a good show today, Russ.
Yes.
As I said, Sylvester Stallone is in the house. Well, I wish we could have him in the house, but we're going to have his watches for you guys to see. And we're
going to react to them, aren't we?
We're going to react in real time. Russ has not seen the watches yet, so this is going to be his first time seeing them.
Yeah. I mean, bearing in mind as well, Joe, he has probably got manly wrists. Do you know what I mean? So most of the watches that I would not dare even look at or sniff at, let alone wear on the wrist. So I'm going to be in awe of these watches in the size of them, not only what they look or, and whatever.
Well, Here's the thing about Sylvester Stallone. Like I actually was face to face with him. I was an extra in a movie, and
Here we go. I knew he'd
know,
plug that.
I
knew he'd
plug
do
that
it.
one in. But where I'm getting at is the fact that I saw him face to face, and he's not as big as like he appears on screen. He's only 5'10".
Yeah,
and he's well under 200 pounds. So his wrists can't be any bigger than.
No.
I would say his wrists are probably the size of mine.
Yeah,
maybe.
7. Yeah,
An 7-inch, maybe
man.
6 3/4.
Yeah.
So the watches are large, but the problem, or not the problem, but the thing with him is he works out. He's a big guy that way in stature. Right. So, the watches don't look as silly as it would look on maybe a twig. So, but he definitely does have some big watches in his collection. So,
I think they're, from what I have seen from him, they're statement pieces, aren't they? There are a lot of, look at what I got, look at what I got, that sort of thing. Walking about, he's not got let's face it, he's not got a Casio F91 under his cuff. This is Sly Stallone we're talking about.
Probably not. Not. Yeah. Thank you, Jaro. Definitely hit that like button for everyone in here. I want to see at least 34 likes. That would be nice. It definitely helps.
That would be very nice, wouldn't it?
Thank you so much for saying that. So, Sylvester Stallone, he's been an actor for many, many years. He starred in, I would say, over 100 films at this point. Oh, yeah. I mean, Rocky
What's your favorite film of Rocky's? Sly's.
Favorite movie of Sly's is definitely got to be the Rocky series. Let's see. But which Rocky do I like the best? I probably like the Rocky that is, the least.
If he dies, he dies.
I think I've always liked 4 the most. I really have.
Something about 4, isn't it?
I like 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I like Mr. T and Hulk Hogan. But there was something about 4, which is not very popular in the series. I think he's most proud of 1 because he won the Academy Award for that one.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Number 5.
Number 5 was his mistake. That's actually the one that I was an extra in. So
was it? Yeah. Was it? Because that was quite some.
It never made it to the big screen though.
Wow! So you didn't? You knew him when he was young enough to be. At his peakish,
Yeah, and then I was also in Creed, which you can see me in there. That was the first outside of the Rocky series.
That's cool.
You know what? I'm sorry. I was actually in Rocky Balboa, not Rocky 5. Rocky Balboa was actually the one after Rocky 5.
Yeah.
Which was a lot better than Rocky 5, to be honest.
Yes, definitely.
I want to hear down below. What are your guys' favorite Rocky movie? Or I would say Rocky. Sylvester Stallone movie.
It is hard to say what's your favorite Sly Stallone film because there's about 17 Rockies.
He's known as Rocky.
I tell you what, I know it's going to be a little bit controversial, but one of my favorite films of is first of all, Demolition Man. Demolition Man is absolutely incredible film. I mean, him and Wesley Snipes are just an amazing combination there, and I just absolutely love it. That would probably be my favorite film of all time. I reckon I did love Cliffhanger because I remember it coming out in the early 90s, and we saw it at the cinema, and I absolutely love that film.
And there was Demolition Man, right?
Yes, Adrian. I tell you what, though, controversially, I really did love Judge Dredd, Joe.
Yeah, that's the one I want Janny to watch with me because that actually predicted a lot of stuff that's happening now. Right? Let's watch that again.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch that tonight, and we're gonna see a lot of crazy stuff that has actually come true today.
The music though on that is amazing. It's just, it's just awesome film. I mean, Judge Dredd, I know about the comics and everything, and Judge Dredd should never take his hat off, and you should never see Judge Dredd's face. But it was, at the end of the day, the film director spent a lot of money on Sly Stallone, so you got to see his face. Yeah. But I really did love the film, and it was early to mid 90s. It was, I think he's probably one of his highest paid films, but I absolutely loved that film, loved it. And it's cheesy at times and everything else, but it's brilliant.
He has done a couple really bad ones, like
Oh,
Rhinestone with Dolly Parton. And look, he's got a really good sense of humor. So he
yeah.
sits down and he says that that was horrible.
What
And
about my
Stop or
mum?
My Mom Will Shoot.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
another one.
yeah.
I think that was the one where Arnold Schwarzenegger punked him.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he was just like, he wanted to get in there before Arnold would actually take it. Because I think someone said that Arnold was really like reading for the part and really like interested in it.
That is
So
brilliant.
Stallone took the part, and now they like make fun of each other.
That is so funny.
Over the top. This was another one of my favorites. I'll be honest.
Barry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at Barry needs to talk to me a little bit more about that, Barry, because now you've got me.
He was on the set, huh?
Oh my God. Well, a lot of amazing things have come out of the Pinewood Studios, including some Bonds, but wow. Over the Top. My mum had the video of Over the Top, and I really did love it when he got him at this, and then he turned that. Well, it's arm wrestlings. For those that you don't know, sorry, I'm doing arm wrestling. But
So
then he goes,
he would be like this, and then he would
yes, he turns it, flip the cat, and then he'd just do another little movement, wouldn't he?
He would have the
and it's and it was all for a transit. It was all for a truck, wasn't it?
all for a truck, man.
It was all for a truck.
His life, you know.
That was his life. But
Here's a question here. Interesting question. Any recommendation on films that are focused on watches or watchmaking?
Cool. That is Nelson. That's maybe not that, not for an hour and a half. Probably wouldn't be hugely entertaining to most people, but still.
Comment down below if anybody knows anything, because I'd be interested as well.
Yeah. I do love. There's a great film called it's like a futuristic film with Justin Timberlake. Sorry, but it's called Time. I don't know if you've seen it. It's Time, but you basically there's a clock on your bedded in your arm.
I have seen something like that.
And when it runs out, you're gone. You're dead. And so you don't earn money in this world. You earn time, and I think that's quite cool because there's a time limit in what he does. So
time is very valuable. I wish that I had more time, and I'm going to get into that a little bit later on. But here's a great question. Do you think Rocky is more popular than Rambo? I think 100% yes.
100%.
But I think Rambo 100%. Is his second persona that he gets probably. So like if people come up to him on the street, I think he gets Rocky more, but I think Rambo's second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think you're right. Definitely.
Yeah.
Defo. He doesn't have in Rambo. Does he have any phrases? He doesn't have any. Adrian!
He's pretty quiet because he was very militant.
Yes, exactly.
You know, he was a Vietnam veteran.
He never had. If I can change, do you can change? And then, there you go.
Oh my gosh! So
we're going for it.
Let's get into our reactions now. We got 40 people in the chat, and let's just give them what they came here for. So I am going to go into the first watch.
Let's have it.
Let's take a look and see what we got.
Ooh!
What do you think, my friend?
Oh my gosh!
So, anyone have any guesses on the one on the left? Because I think everybody knows what the one on the right is.
Yes. Well, listen.
People were saying RMs. Well, here's the first RM, Richard Mille.
Richard Mille with an NH35, and
anybody have any guesses on how much one of these costs?
Yeah, I mean, do you know how much one of those actually costs, Joe?
Yeah, they're like under $1 million, just a tad. This one he actually wore in the movie Expendables, and you can see the red strap in almost every scene. I mean, that thing really stuck out. But this is just a majorly busy
Very
watch.
Busy.
It's got a translucent dial, as you can see.
Yeah, well, that's Richard Mille for you, isn't it? You're not going to miss that crown anywhere, are you, Joe?
No. Pretty substantial. Are they crown guards? Or are they?
They look like pushers. It looks like a chronograph.
Yeah, which actually
sort of
looks like it would double as a crown guard, though, right? I mean, the way situated. Let's see what I'm going to hear what the comments down below say. A lot of RMs here. Yeah. Let's see. Let me just get them here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jarrow Winty, you have to have the wrist as Hulk. Wow. Yes.
All right. So I think this one here is the more affordable Richard Mille, because the one that I was saying is under $1 million hasn't shown up yet. So yes, this one's definitely more quote unquote affordable.
Right.
Whether it's 60,000, whether it's 80, it's basically, I don't know. It's not cheap.
Whatever it is, we can't
cheap.
afford it.
And
it's not cheap.
We probably wouldn't buy it even if it was 60, even if it was 40. I mean, what do you think? What would you pay for this watch?
Well, listen, I mean, it's a chronograph. It's what would I pay for that? That's it's like, I don't know. It's just very difficult, isn't it? It's very difficult to put a price on a watch like that. I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know. Richard Mille is another world for me. They're a bit gaudy. I don't. They're more of a statement. I'm more of a tooly watch kind of guy. I do really like this Luminor on the right. This Panerai.
Yeah, let's give this one some attention. So this is the Panerai. Did you guys know that Sylvester Stallone actually put Panerai on the map? He was in Italy shooting Daylight, and he actually went into a Panerai authorized dealer. And I don't know, this was like sitting in a box, and he's just like, oh, let me see what's in that box. And lo and behold, it was a watch that became the star of Daylight.
Wow. Yeah.
And now Sylvester Stallone has partnered up with Panerai and has developed a watch known as the Slytech. And he's made the watch extremely popular. And now Arnold Schwarzenegger wears one as well.
Yeah, I did think that. Yeah,
a few other guys, Dwayne the Rock Johnson. So it's actually become very, very popular, but due to Sylvester Stallone. So
when was Daylight? What was it? Early 90s?
I think it was mid 90s. That movie was, yeah. So he actually auctioned off this Panerai here that we see that he wore in the movie, and that one went for over $200,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Now you can buy one of these for less than $10,000. But
nice.
Obviously, the one that Sly wore, he put a little note in there. He signed it, and it was like a certificate of authenticity and all that stuff. So you're going to pay well more than retail for that one. So
I mean, Panerai pilots watches, aren't they? They are pilots watches.
Panerai is more of like a deep dive watch.
Yes, and they made a sort of a vessel case, hermetically sealed, from what I remember.
They actually have more of a horology than a lot of people would really think.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think they've been around since 1860s, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But it's like they were just very popular, but not outside the U.S. So Stallone really put them on the map. So out of the two, which one would you guys pick? Price not even a factor. Which one would you guys pick?
Yeah, what would you pick, team? I mean, I would love that. If I know that Panerai do the smaller versions of these Luminors now, but they just don't look as good as this. This is like 46, 47, 48, sort of like
definitely a big watch.
It's a big watch, watch, but it's meant to be. They are meant to be. That's how they were made.
They're definitely a statement piece, like you said. You
know?
So let's see here. We got Panerai. We got Panerai. We have someone that says 0. Josh wouldn't take either of them. Josh has 6.5-inch wrists, so
yeah, exactly, Josh. Yeah, Josh, we could take one. We put one on our ankle, my friend.
Yes,
definitely.
Josh could probably wrap it around his thigh, though. I mean, no. I love you, buddy. You know I'm saying that because I love you. Panerai. I have not yet to see.
What we don't know here, Joe, is the Panerai Sly went into a shop and said, "You know what? I think I want this one." But listen, that Richard Mille, I think Richard Mille might have come round his house and said, "Listen, we got some watches for you. You know, not only that, you wear this one, you can have it for free. Plus, we might give you a little bit of money."
Yeah, that's exactly what happens
in your film. You know what I mean? We might give you a little bit of money in your film, so you could have the extra explosion that you want in your Expendables.
Well, spoiler alert, there's actually a watch that we're going to see a little bit later on that Sylvester actually helped develop. And of course, he got it for free because he teamed up. So he not only teamed up with Panerai, but he also teamed up with Richard Mille. So let's go on to...
Cool. Good start.
This is actually a close-up here, and this is him wearing it, as you can see.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't look too bad on his wrist because his forearm is like, bigger than his wrist. So
From
it actually,
here, Yeah, you're right. From here, it looks like a Citizen Nighthawk. Let's have a Citizen Nighthawk. Yeah.
I do like the red, though. The red,
I do like
I would like to have more red straps in my collection. So, you have to give him credit on that one.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
Oh, my God.
This is the $960-some-thousand watch that he developed.
Wow.
This is what they call the Rambo watch. Now, I know this is him in the Expendables, so again, wearing his other, this one here.
Yeah.
Right? But just want to keep sliding the screen here. But so these are, do you know what this is for?
I think that calls 911 when you press it, does it? Or what is compass? Is it compass or?
Well, down below, we got some people guessing. Tracking device? No.
Wow.
Nope. Good guess. Is it a level?
Does it?
No.
Does it
Not
engage?
A level.
Oh, that is a bubble, though, isn't it? Is that a bubble?
Well, it actually is it's actually something that if you're out in the woods, in the jungle, and you want to drink out of the pond, out of the river, these are actually water purification tablets.
You are
kept
joking.
On the watch itself, yes.
You are joking.
Believe it or not, you're paying almost $1 million just so you can have water soluble or water purification tablets on your watch.
When did Sly ever think, that's what I need? I'm in the woods.
Come on.
I'm in the woods and I need. Oh my God. I mean, when would he ever have decided to? Oh, crikey.
I like this one. Is this a homage of the Breitling Navy timer? I don't know. I mean, absolutely. I don't know.
Oh my God. Well, I can't see too much inspiration. I just think, can we make this as busy as we can?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on here. This actually comes with a lid as well. And it also comes with a compass. You think you could see here.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of stuff going on. So this is actually the RM25-01. I believe it comes with a Strapsco camo strap, as you can see here. What do you guys think?
Wow. Look at that.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Pick up a bag of those tablets for about £3 and put it into your $1 million watch, right?
Yeah.
Does it tell time? That's I think it does everything and tell time.
I do like the hands. I do like the hands, though. They need to be bold, don't they, in that case? But they got a little touch of Seiko SKX for me.
Let's get a little closer there.
Definitely the hour hand.
What do you guys like about the watch? What do you guys don't like about the watch? Comment down below.
It looks like the engine of the Nebuchadnezzar in Matrix. It looks like a futuristic fuel engine or a fuel dial or something. I mean, Sly, what's the time? I don't really know. I was going to see, but you want a tablet? Oh my God! What's the
Jaro, Russ's madness definitely rubs off. It's contagious for sure. Does it come with a receipt so you can send it back? That's a good question. Yeah, good question.
Terry, that's a great question.
I like Egbert here. It would look better with a lid on it.
It would look better with a lid definitely on it, or a cuff over it.
I can't see the microwave oven. Just go ahead and put the lid back on, please.
Oh my God! It looked like
great.
It looks like the thing, in Independence Day, just before that big laser beam comes down and the hole opens. It looks like that's what we can see there. Oh my God!
All right, so let's get into more maybe traditional watches. But then again, does Stallone do traditional? He does, but this one is traditional, but he's got some bling on it. Okay, so he took a good old Rolex
GMT Master 2,
right?
Oh no,
and
yes,
he just blinged out that bezel. He's got diamonds here on the lugs.
No, it's a GMT. It's GMT Master 2. I think that is.
That's what it looks. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Now he doesn't do this with all of his Rolexes, but I wanted to include this one in here. So this one here, you're probably going to be able to get this one for about $100,000.
Wow, that's all right.
From what I've read, it was about 95,000, I think it is. Whereas you get this watch without all the rubies and the diamonds, you're going to pay, I don't know, what, 10, 15?
Yeah. Yeah. And as it's one of a kind, and it's on the wrist of Sly, it makes it, well, you can't even price the damn thing, can you? Look at those bling blingers on the lugs. Look at that.
Making my eyes tired.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit of breath of fresh air here.
Do you know what it does need? It needs that triangle on the GMT hand to be red or some other color.
Something
needs something else there, doesn't it?
Right.
And obviously, get the Cyclops level. I mean, come on, get it lined up.
Yeah.
For a 200 gram watch. Jesus Christ.
But I mean, that's definitely a different Pepsi for sure, right?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I wonder how the old bezel twists on it, Joe.
With a little bit of weight on it, right?
Love to exactly.
They have to do a little something like when you do something to a car, when you add the weight, you think they do something to the shocks and in the bezel itself? Maybe. I
wonder how the purchase is on that thing. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to give old Kurt Santana a little go on that one.
Oh, is he here?
He's not here. No, he's gone out for some chicken. But
so there's that Panerai again.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, guys. So we get a little bit more traditional now. No bling, no nonsense. We've got the Patek Philippe. This one's the 40th anniversary, 1976 to 2016.
Wow.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I like the John Rambo shirt he's got on there.
I do like that. That's cool, isn't it?
I think out of all the watches we've seen so far, I can probably relate to this one the most. It's a beautiful watch, right?
Wow. I mean, it's a chronograph with two sub-dial hands. It's an incredible thing.
Lots of complications here.
Yeah, very nice.
Definitely the cleanest watch we've seen so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that blue, by the way. And
I do love that blue.
And you know what? That dial, I mean,
doesn't need that date though, Joe, does it? Get rid of the date.
You don't need the date, man. Not at all.
Come on, Sly. Tell him.
Not at all. There's something about this case design that's just so iconic, man.
Yeah, very special.
I mean, next to the Rolex Submariner, this is definitely, I think, the next most copied watch design. Yeah,
you've got the Royal Oak as well. That's a little bit more angular, like hexagonal.
Yes,
those three designs are
absolutely truly special. Where's this G-Shock? Well, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing Sly's G-Shock today, guys. So,
what's the sort of price on one of these? Then it's a limited amount of these bad boys.
Yeah, right? This is the 40th anniversary. I mean, even if you can buy one,
I mean, you're talking
definitely 40 at a more price range. Let's put it that way.
You're talking 40 to 50 grand at least. If that was a normal, if this was a normal chronograph, Nautilus.
That's a Partis, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
indeed, man. I'm loving the comments. I think you guys are a little bit more funny than we are
Oh
today, man.
yeah.
They brought their A
Absolutely.
game today, right?
Definitely.
Nice job, guy. So, what do you
Definitely.
think is going on down here? There's a lot of stuff. We got two sets of hands here. What do you think's going on down here?
Crazy. Well,
You
it
think
looks
it's
like
a chronograph?
yeah, it
But
looks like a minute, 30-minute.
yeah.
It's a 30-minute chronograph.
What about this outer? We got 1 to 12. So, 12-hour timer.
It's 12-hour timer. Yeah. Yeah.
And then here we got the minutes and seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting watch. I mean, so far my favorite. What about you?
Yeah, I do like the Panerai. I wish I could pull off the Panerai, but yeah, this one is probably a little bit too detailed.
Complicated?
Yeah, a bit too complicated on the dial for me.
Yeah.
I love the Nautilus, just a three-hander. I mean, that look is just absolutely stunning. But
Now you had a AP in your channel, correct?
I did. It was a chronograph. It was a chronograph, but it had the more traditional 3 subdials.
You said it was like wearing a suit of armor.
Yes, well, the integrated bracelet like this, it's a little bit more tank tread type feel on the Royal Oaks. The Patek, you can see there's a little bit more rounded, but the Royal Oak, the shimmering off of the articulation and the links is just very special, very special.
So far, Sly, if you're watching, you got a thumbs up on this one, finally.
Well done, Sly. Well done, mate.
Not that he gives two, what's about what I got to say, but just in case. All right, what do we got here? We've got a rose gold Patek Philippe.
Yeah.
Very similar to the
Very
one
similar.
we just saw.
Yeah.
So we won't spend too much time on this one, but he also owns this one as well.
Yeah,
so
it's very nice.
And obviously, we're not going to be able to go through all his collection because the guy is a legit watch collector, and he's just got so many that we don't have enough time to even go through them.
Yeah, I mean, I would have taken the date complication out of this again, but that's just me. I'm not much of a date complication guy, really.
Well, let me ask you, what if the date window or the date wheel matched the dial color? Would that be a little bit better for you?
Yeah, it would be a little bit better. It just cheapens it a little bit with the white. If you had it like that slate type black and then you had the white numerals, then maybe. I just think, it's like we're doing this watch. It's beautiful design. Oh, John, don't forget to add a date complication in it afterwards. All right.
It does. I agree with you. It does look a little bit like an afterthought.
Are you sure? Because it looks pretty good as it is. No, do it because people are going to want to see the date. You know what I mean? Right? Thanks, mate. And it's like, all right. Not another one.
I have to agree with you, but look at the brushing on that bezel, man, huh?
Yeah, it's very special.
Got some brushing on the lugs. It got some polishing going on. So
that is not done with sandpaper, is it? That one?
No, and I don't think Christopher Ward actually did the light catcher design here. I don't think they were a part of this. I think maybe this was the inspiration for the Christopher Ward light catcher case. What do you guys think?
I do love those crown cards, and I like what's going on next to the crown. Can that be taken out? That's weird, isn't it? There's little sections either side because it's not protecting the whole side of that crown. So, is it a little bit like an Oris Aquis where you can take the crown cards out, or what the heck is going on there?
Oh, yeah, I can see that little mechanism you're talking about.
Yeah. Is it just it looks like it's on the other side as well, so it's just a part of the watch.
I'm totally out of my element here because obviously I'll probably have to sign a waiver just to even touch one. So, and this one's done in rose gold. So this one's going to be, definitely more than the stainless steel version for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So this one here is a gold Rolex from Tiffany & Company. Now, this one definitely is a vintage version.
Yeah, look at that crown. Absolutely love it.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this may be the first watch that he purchased.
Yes, I think I remember
Right?
seeing this somewhere, man.
I think he spent his first paycheck on this Rolex
Yeah.
because let's be honest, he was very poor. He was so poor, in fact, that he sold his dog Buttkiss that you see in the Rocky film.
Really?
He sold his dog. I think he sold him for maybe it might have been a couple $100s. When he got popular and famous, and he started making money, he bought his dog back.
Oh wow!
But he didn't pay $200. No, he paid 15, not 100.
Oh my god!
$15,000 to get his dog back.
My god!
But he got him back.
Yeah. I mean, this reminds me of, I don't know what the reference is, Joe, but it reminds me of the 5513, the case shape, the Roger Moore James Bond with those little crown guards and that amazing crown, just the size of it, and those small lugs as well. But I do love that dial. Look at those indices. Those markers are amazing, aren't they?
Man. Solid gold, right?
Solid gold, very cool. And again, cool I just don't understand. The date doesn't look aligned again, and we're looking straight flat on it. So what the heck's going on?
And that date looks more magnified than the date of today, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think Rolex are quite good at magnifying the whole picture of the number, and you don't see the frame around it, but.
I have to agree. We're getting better there, Fraser.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about gold watches, though?
I like them. I do like them. I don't own clothes that would make me want to wear. I mean, I've got a gold Casio, that I like putting on from time to time. But I do like the thought of owning a gold watch. But I'd probably go more of a bronze that Mark just said, the Tudor Black Bay 58 bronze, although I really don't like the 3, 6, and 9 on that dial on that BB58. And I love a BB58 for those of you that know me. I do like it. It's quite soft, isn't it? So you're going to get a lot of dings and a lot of scratches on the case.
Unless you're going 10 karat, which will definitely be stronger because it's less gold, but you'll definitely get your dings. Do you like rose gold, though? Because you mentioned bronze, and bronze is definitely more closer to a rose gold.
Yes, I do like
got
rose
a little
gold.
bit of copper in it. So
so like a little bit like the Nautilus we just seen, which was rose gold. That I do like that that color gold definitely more probably.
I was thinking the same thing as T.O. Paris. I think the photography might be a little shoddy. Because look, Rolex. I don't think they make many mistakes. I mean, they make mistakes just like anybody else, but they're not. They're not like Pagani, where you got to like tilt your head over just to see. Okay, I can see the date now.
I actually have a Tadis like that as well.
Oh my!
Here we go. Yeah. I have this one here, but the date just doesn't line up. Here we go. Probably can't see that. Let me get a little bigger here.
Look at that! Look at that beauty!
Look at that. A straight on, so you have to kind of give it a little tilt. There we go. Got some magnification there, though.
Yeah. Looks good, man. Looks good. I'm surprised you haven't worn that, Joe. Come on now.
I don't know. I'm thinking about giving it away, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What else do we got here? Me personally, I like my gold watch. I like rose gold. Yeah. So the Hamilton khaki navy that I have, that's a rose gold case.
You've got your Tissot
Lilac power. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I just have it right here.
Yeah.
Rose gold.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, it's not solid rose gold like you're going to see here in these Rolexes, but they do a good job plating to the point where they're not going to chip off or anything. So
no, I'll tell you what I'd like to see what BA's watch was. That would be good, wouldn't it?
BA Baracus.
A pitiful.
Do you think Mr. T's an Invicta kind of guy, or
Oh hell yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a Casio G-Shock guy.
Gold plated jewelry, 100%.
Oh, he's all gold though. He would definitely have a gold watch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Probably
yeah,
with
yeah.
a bunch of bling.
Yeah.
Speaking of bling,
Whoa! Look
here's
at
another
this.
Patek Philippe that he owns.
Look at that.
We've got these diamonds that actually adore. So what's happening is they took away that beautifully brushed bezel and put these huge diamonds on there.
I mean, look at that dial though. I just something about that ribbed shape. It's just so simple to do, isn't it? But how iconic is it? And I love how there's the blue one, iconic Nautilus with the light to deep blue as the gradient of it. It's just absolutely incredible. I absolutely love it.
Special shout out to Peter Cole.
Peter,
really,
how are you, my friend?
Really good guy. Just got to know him recently, and it's a pleasure having you on the Average Joe team. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, I mean, this is
mini blinds.
What's this? 100 grand, 150 grand.
As it sits, it's going to be well over 100 grand.
Yeah.
Because again, you got the diamond treatment,
and you've got. I've never noticed it before, Joe, but you've got that weird, not weird, but the shape, the polished bit next to the crown. On the crown guard.
Yeah,
I've never noticed that before. Obviously, because
now I'm curious. I'm definitely curious for sure.
Yeah.
Someone says this looks like a garage door.
Yeah,
Is like, is that his sneakers in the? How come I can't read today? Is that he? Maybe it's because he didn't.
Yeah.
I was messing with Curry.
Oh, do you imagine?
Lovely green. Green
it.
is the new blue, guys. That is for sure.
That green, I love that green.
Yeah. What size Nikes? 6, 7.5, maybe. Yeah, I would say he's probably. I bet you his shoe size is probably around a 10, 10.5.
10 for American. I think it's one size down for UK.
Oh, okay. Well, I learned something new today.
Yeah, definitely different. Window blinds, shutters. Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually like the way Omega does it better with the Aquaterra. What do you think about that?
Yeah. No, yeah. I do like it. I've recently had a Seamaster 300, and I love the wave of that bad boy. Oh, look, it's another jewel. It's jewels.
This one's here. Look at this. Even the indices have jewels.
Rubies.
And they call this a pave dial, right? With all diamonds.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Red rubies.
That's incredible, isn't it?
This one reminds me a little bit of my Breitling headwind with the day date.
Yeah, I mean, it's got
a little more expensive though, right?
I mean, that will be handmade surely, and crikey, very special, very special. Yeah.
We got someone here with me with the Omega, because I like the Omega. Definitely, I think they did the dial better than the Nautilus we just saw.
I love Josh. Woohoo! I love rubies. I love what Josh has said. Woohoo! I love rubies.
You know what's funny is I actually gave away a watch to the watch corner that had those
rubies,
lab-grown rubies on it. Yeah.
Oh,
check out Steve's watch. You got that rebuilt. But they're lab-grown rubies, where these, I'm sure, are absolutely 100% authentic rubies.
Oh, yeah.
This watch is just insane. Insane. Not a fan, though. Not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Obviously, it's the oyster case, which I do really love, and the case looks Explorer-esque, and I do like the bracelet. I'd like that if that was all brushed, but
it's all solid gold, though, man.
Yeah.
It's worth its weight in gold for sure.
It's definitely worth its weight in gold.
Yeah,
when's the Casio coming? That's what I want to know. What
this is actually a watch that was designed by Sylvester Stallone. He is a big Skull fan. So I believe the next one here. Oh, that's not it. Okay, let me go back. Spoiler alert. So these are really atrocious looking watches.
Oh my God.
Sylvester Stallone designed these himself.
I think you could probably find an Invicta like this. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yours aren't the other one bleeding. I think he's got better taste in watches than he does. I mean, better taste in at least a couple of the watches I've seen than designing his watch. I mean, this thing is.
It's a lovely strap. Lovely,
yeah, maybe the strap.
lovely padded 22 mil. Holy moly!
Do you think maybe he should pair up with Invicta? I mean, these guys look like a match made in heaven.
Oh my God, I don't know, but
smokes,
I mean, how much is one of these, Joe? Do you know how much one of these?
I looked it up. These things are a couple $1,000s.
All right, so it's not stupid money.
It's not stupid money, but for one of these, I mean, this looks like something I would get on AliExpress.
Yes. Is it got?
Right.
Is it a mechanical watch or is it?
It is a mechanical watch. I'm not sure what's in it, but man, I mean, I couldn't get past the design to even really look into it.
Yeah, well, you could take the engine out and put it in a nice looking watch. That was what I was saying, but oh my God.
I mean, dude, even an Invicta ain't that ugly.
Yeah, he's got to put the Heimdall Blow's got a point there, hasn't he?
He's the Invicta design boss.
Yeah.
You guys are on fire tonight, man.
Gordon, from Watch Reactions that you just had on, I knew about the Chrono Sport. It's like a complete random digital watch,
right?
That Rambo had, because I did look it up and.
Maybe Josh can take a look and see if these are faked on Wish. We might be able to get this for maybe $20.
$20. I think anyone that has bought one of these is now selling them on eBay for $20. So
I'm actually hoping that the pen comes with it. All right.
Oh yeah.
As a built-in pen.
Yeah. That would be lovely.
Oh man, I'll tell you, the comments tonight are on fire, man. We've got the Bulgarian Pimp's watch here.
Wow. Yes, it definitely looks like some sort of vampire movies baddie. So it's the main vampire baddie's watch, isn't it?
Yeah. Was he talking to Mr. Pagani by any chance?
I'm not even sure Mr. Pagani would set foot.
Oh, you're getting sleepy here.
Oh yes, very nice. Oh, yes. Oh, let me just see the skull some more. Yes. No, I don't think he'd be. I
don't even think Mr. Pagani would even touch this one.
No, well, not if not many are sold. He wouldn't be anywhere near it. But yeah.
So here's an interesting comment, and Sylvester Stallone is an artist. He does a lot of paintings. And his art definitely screams some of the abuse and anger issues that he's had. So I think definitely the skulls definitely play into that, because he loves skulls. I mean, this is obviously,
Well, you see it in his in Expendables. Well. Expendables, he's got that skull ring, which is like the team ring, isn't it? And the logo has definitely got a skull in it somewhere.
So Heimdall Blow said he would shoot this one with his Winchester and the fake Omega that I just had on my channel. So be my guest, man. Be my guest. All right, we got to move on. This one is
we got it.
Yeah, it's not. Sorry,
Egbert's just said 50K for the gold one.
Yeah, because your gold is definitely you're paying for the gold. Yeah. Gold isn't cheap right now.
My gosh. So
we got a Sea Dweller here.
There we go.
With the ring lock system.
Absolutely huge.
$10,000. This is probably his Casio here, because this is one of the cheaper ones.
Yeah.
More affordable.
This is his beta watch. This is the one where he's sorting the cat litter out and he's getting rid of the poos out of the cat litter. This is the watch that he's using. And also when he's doing the dishes and he's just buffing up the fine china. This is the watch he's wearing.
The watch that he wears when.
I mean, look how big it is on his wrist. It is huge. These Sea Dwellers, aren't they?
Well, you've got the gas escape valve.
Yeah.
You've got a ring lock system.
Yeah.
This is definitely looks like a chunky monkey.
Absolutely huge.
Ceramic bezel.
Yeah.
This is a good looking watch, actually. I think we have a new winner for myself, at least. What about you, Russ?
I'd probably still go with the Panerai steel. Oh no, his gold one, but no. Do you know what I don't like on here? I don't like the date. There's no Cyclops on the date, which makes that date window look tiny.
Yeah, let's take a look at this
on the huge on the huge dial. I'd like to twist the bezel.
What would Kurt Santana say about this one?
Kurt Santana, well, he would definitely like the bezel, that's for sure.
What about your wife?
She's not a massive diver fan. She loves her military watches, but it's classic. It's it's a Rolex dive watch, isn't it? That's what it looks like.
I have to agree. This one definitely looks basic in comparison.
Yeah,
to, what we've seen so far, right?
It almost looks boring compared to the other ones. You've programmed my eyes, Joe. Where's the rubies? Where's the rubies, God? I can't see the jewels anywhere.
We definitely have this guy's not a fan. Rory, not a fan of this collection for sure.
Yeah. But listen, $906 a month you could own this bad boy. So that's nice.
Wow. That's that's more than my car, and my car wasn't cheap.
Very subtle. Very subtle.
Yeah.
This is not his bling. He's not trying to show off this watch. He's not trying to show this watch. This is probably a watch that he's bought himself. This has not been given to him to show off. I would imagine. It's been given to him. It's been given to him by James Cameron. He's met James Cameron once, and he said, "Hey Sly, what do you think of these ones?" "Oh, I quite like it." And he's bought one himself. So yeah.
So far, this one's my favorite, and also we can afford this one. Jeez.
Yeah.
I could sell my Tesla share for this one.
Yeah.
Not that I would. That would be insane.
Okay.
You guys asked for it. You got it. The $600,000 plus.
Johan Blake. He's
RM59.
He's a Jamaican sprinter.
Yes. So that leads me into why you see here. What do you think this is, Russ? And comment down below what you guys think that is.
It's a tracks on a running track, isn't it?
That's a good guess, but you're wrong. Anybody else?
Oh no.
I did a little bit of research before we got here because I had no idea what that was.
Well, it's the colors of Jamaica, man. That's where Johan Blake is from.
Ding. We actually have the correct answer. So when you have a sprinter running, and it's the fingers as they're running, that is what you see on the dial. The fingers.
Yeah, but you also have the elbow running. So why didn't they do the elbow?
That's the next one that they produced together.
Also the face. The face running. It's funny that they picked, also obviously Richard Mille doesn't like thumbs. He hates a thumb.
So he lets the thumb out.
Just those four fingers.
Now, this is a good point here. You see a lot of F1 drivers wearing these. You see soccer players wearing these. Actually, while they're playing soccer, I actually even saw a tennis player wearing a Richard Mille.
Rafa? Are you talking about Rafa Nadal?
I believe so.
Yeah. So do you know what? I do quite like the look of them. They're well overpriced for what they are. But
agreed.
Still, it looks good on his wrist. It's not a bling blinger. He's not trying to rubify it.
It's polarizing though.
I really don't understand why Richard Mille has chosen the second or third fastest Jamaican to make a watch from, because obviously we all know about what's his name? I forgot his name. Oh my god.
But why the third? Why not maybe even the first loser, which is second place?
But the third. What's his name? Everyone, come on! What's the sprinter's name?
It looks like you're doing the Al Bundy there.
That's his trademark. That's his trademark. I forgot his name. Usain Bolt.
There we are.
Yeah, Usain Bolt. So I mean, why didn't they use Usain Bolt and not the third fastest Jamaican?
On a rubber strap, how much money? You're still paying $500,000 for this thing.
Yeah, at least.
Russ, I think you're really buying this watch for the art aesthetic.
Yes.
But also, look, there's definitely complications with this. I mean, he definitely, even though this one here, this looks like it just tells time, but it tells time in a very strange manner.
Yeah.
This almost looks like the bridge that you see on one of those Invictus, right? That goes straight across here.
Yeah.
But now this one's vertical as opposed to horizontal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't dislike it. I don't dislike them. I would never own one. I would never want to get a watch that looks like it. But you know, that is not. It hasn't got a panther's face on it. Do you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
like some of the other things that Richard Mille has done. But Andy Locke, Andy Locke. Now, Andy, if you click on Andy Locke there, Joe. Andy, you're never going to believe this, though, mate. I have played tennis against Chris Akabusi, and it was a doubles match, and I beat him, mate. Yes.
So Chris Akabusi is he a professional tennis player?
No, he's a 400-meter hurdle runner for Great Britain. And I think he won the gold medal in Barcelona. I think. Or he either won the gold, the silver, the bronze, but he's one of our well-known 90s runners and hurdlers. But yeah, he was playing in a doubles team, and I was playing against him. And he was about mid to late 30s, so he just had retired.
Right.
Oh, he's got this catchphrase that he used to do. He said, "Hooray! Hooray!" It was like that he used to say. And he did none of this. Hooray! When he played against Russell. That's all I'm going to say. Do you know what I'm saying? I did beat him.
Was this on film? Can we see the match?
Was not on film, my friend.
So we got to take your word for it, huh?
You've just got to take my word. Listen, man. I'm not going to make up Chris Akabusi.
That's true.
I could have said
Andre Agassi.
Is that Andre Agassi turned
in his wheelchair? Up? Maybe, sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He'd still beat me in his wheelchair, to be fair. But yeah.
Would you rather pay that for a JLC, a Vacheron Constantin, or a Patek?
I honestly, if I'm being absolutely honest, I wouldn't buy any of them. I wouldn't buy any of them because I'm not. That's not my remit. I'm not that type of person. I'd never spend that much money on watches like that. I would honestly. It's just another world for me. Absolute another world.
If I had that kind of money, I would buy myself and my family a nice house.
I would, I'd put it towards an extension. I would definitely
something practical, but
put it towards a house.
When you have multiple $1 million,
millions. Do you know what I would? Yeah, I would buy if I had multiple millions of trillions of dollars. I would buy, the watches that Sly put on auction. I would buy. There's like a Nautilus he's put on auction, and I would buy that because it is Sly's, or I would buy Arnie's. Seiko, actual Seiko HSS 10, HSS 5, his Predator watch. I would more go that than an actual reference of a watch. I would go Marty McFly's actual watch he wore Back to the Future 2. Oh, yes.
$20
yes,
calculator watch, right?
I would definitely do that. I would do more that than I would actual watch references if I had unlimited money, like James Bond's Roger Moore's 5513 that went for a lot of money. Saying that though, this is all right. This one's all right.
We got a Patek Philippe here with the grain complications. This thing has multiple complications.
Yeah, see, this is very special.
You've got the day, you've got the month, you've got a moon phase. You've got the chronograph feature. You've got the date feature. I mean, date here. You've got some other, a 30-minute time. I don't know what that is, but a lot of complications here, guys. All right.
I mean, I
watch.
I think this is absolutely beautiful watch. And it's the first watch I think that suits his wrist perfectly. Yeah. I mean, it looks special. I mean, it's not a watch that you would go killing people on Expendables, that's for sure.
No, this one here is definitely a little bit more classy. This is the kind of watch you would wear when you're brushing your daughter's hair, which ironically is what he's doing right here. $155,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very special watch. It's it's a great something that I'm never going to touch.
I agree. Now we're talking. I mean, this is a beautiful watch. Very, very classic too. I mean, man.
Yeah.
I hate to compare this, but this reminds me of the Longines with all the day dates.
Oh yeah.
What do we call that one? because I actually had the Omega version of this.
Did you? No, I don't know what the Longines is, but
so my Omega, I had the Speedmaster, and it had the day, date, right, at the, just like here.
You know what? I don't. Yeah, I mean, the weird thing is it's got the date window, which is not needed because
very tiny, by the way.
It looks like we've got a. No, it looked like it was a date complication around the moon phase, but it looks like it's just a 30-minute timer that's going around the moon phase. But yeah, it's quality. Do you know what I'd like? I'd love to sniff the strap leather. Just let's have a sniff of what a $155,000 leather strap feels and smells like.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I went to Breitling, those leather straps, man. Whew, yeah, they're not Strapsco. I mean, look, I'm an ambassador of Strapsco. I love Strapsco to death, but
yeah,
I mean, when you have a $10,000 watch in your wrist with a leather strap, you're getting some quality leather there. That's really.
I mean, yeah.
Thick,
I mean,
man.
even the straps that I had on the last reviews on the Longines, the Big Eye chronograph, they were so supple that they had already molded to my wrist. That sort of stuff is pretty special.
Yeah, absolutely.
Psycho Fu, absolutely. I need a Longines in my collection. Hell yeah.
Me too. Actually, I agree with that 100%. So speaking of Richard Mille, this is the RM52-01. This is the Skull Tourbillon.
Wow.
Do we have any guesses down below how much a watch like this would run you?
Is this the one that he did with Richard Mille? Or
this is the one that he collaborated with him because, as you can see, the skull.
Yeah.
Now, it's a tourbillon, but for me, a tourbillon, I would like to at least – I think you can see the tourbillon through the teeth, if I'm not mistaken.
The teeth, yeah.
But I like it like where you just don't see any – like I like the tourbillon all by itself and it's lonesome because that is just a beautiful sight.
Yeah, no grip on the crown, though.
$1 million, $1.2 million. Someone said $2 million. I mean, look, I think you guys are all right because I think MSRP is $1 million, but you probably aren't going to be able to get this for less than $2 million. So I think you guys are all right because these are definitely limited. And if you can even get your hands on one, which I don't know anyone that would be able to afford one of these, none of us make that kind of money on YouTube.
No.
Interesting watch there, right?
Definitely.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah. It's not my style. I appreciate the design, and then doing something different. You have to appreciate that. But yeah.
Now, do you think he's doing a little bit of over top action here? He doesn't have his hat on, so
you haven't got. He hasn't got the thumb over the right.
Now, does he not think he's not going to win? Because if he does win, he's going to shatter that glass. So
sadly.
I don't know, man. There's something wrong with this picture here.
Yeah, but it looks like he should win easily because that guy's wrist is as big as mine. But still, this is the best one so far.
This is probably going to be your best one. Now, I got this picture from the Watch Authority YouTube channel. So in case he watches this and thinks that I'm stealing his pictures, well, I'm borrowing them. And I'm giving you credit. So go over to Watch Authority's YouTube channel. I don't know him, but I want to give him credit where credit's due, so I'm not, in trouble. But this is the Rolex Daytona Platinum Ice Blue. Beautiful dial. Beautiful.
Yeah, very nice. I've handled a Daytona, and the size is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
The feel. Listen, the feel of any Rolex brand new is special. It really is special. It's just so you can't even explain it. It's the tension of everything that you twist or move is just feels perfect. It's very hard to describe Rolex feeling, Joe. It really is. But just the twist, because those pushers unscrew, just unscrewing those is at the perfect purchase. The crown guards and that crown winding a Rolex is special.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about winding it. What's do you have another watch we could compare that to?
I do not own
Not
another
even
one.
Omega?
Well, no. I mean, I actually have an Omega Seamaster 300
Okay.
from 2008, and that feels the feel of the wind on that. And it might be controversial, but it feels like an ETA. It
Right.
feels, which is nice. It's still nice.
Right.
I love the feel of the Tudor Black Bay 58, but it's nothing like you got the likes of TGV saying it's buttery smooth. That's the only way to describe when you're winding this bad boy up. I personally wouldn't go for an ice blue because I'm not that blingy. I would personally go for the white or black, but that color is such a poppy color. It is awesome, isn't it?
It really is. And, I'm a fan of this ice blue, actually. The only reason I would want that is because I don't have anything like it in my collection. Because, like you, most of my watches are either black or white. So adding a little bit of color into the collection, like the Irukandji, for instance, is something I usually like to jump on because it's definitely something different.
I like Jarrow Winto's comment. Sly was a pilot, policeman, fireman, but not a diver. He was not a diver.
He was a cliffhanger.
He's a cliffhanger. I wonder what watch he wore in Cliffhanger. That'd be interesting.
That's a good question because I know my wife had that on the other day, but I wasn't paying attention because I don't know. I don't think the movie was really that great, but I love Sly, but there's some movies I just can't get through, man. I watch like 5 minutes and I'm like, all right, back to Rocky.
Back to Rocky. Yeah, I mean, films like those ones from the late 80s, early 90s, they're just better in your head than if you was to watch them now.
Yeah,
they are. They really are. But they are special. I loved John Lithgow in it. He's the baddie, and he had like this sort of English accent in Cliffhanger. And I just liked it. I just loved it.
There's something about 80s bad guys that are they're comical. Like they were never really they were never scary. They were more comical, right?
Yeah. I mean, Hans Gruber, he was very good, very good. He was a proper bad guy. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of Rico in Judge Dredd. He was a good bad guy. He was his twin brother. That was quite good. Cliffhanger. Daylight.
Daylight makes a good point here, by the way. Every time I say Irukandji, I always think about how you say it. So we gotta hear you say it just once.
Here we go. You ready? The Irukandji. It has to be said because that is a deadly jellyfish.
We had to get at least one in today.
I really like the Expendables. I love them. He's trying to give us 80s action again, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, let me see. I think that's all I have. Yeah. So these are all the watches that I actually had to show you guys today.
That's cool, mate. That's a lovely selection. I mean, obviously it's not, but it's a lovely. I mean, he's really not shy with his watches, is he? He's not.
No.
Because some people, some big famous actors do go along the vintage route, watches styles, but I think Sly takes what he can get from whatever company, and I think that Sea Dweller in my head, and maybe that Daytona, they're more ones that he's actually properly gone out to a shop and purchased, whereas there's more commission based ones, aren't there?
Yeah, well, he's actually a very avid Rolex collector. I think he owns every Rolex there is to man. Awesome. He actually gives Ellen DeGeneres, who's also a very avid Rolex collector, a run for her money.
Yeah.
So like we've only saw a couple of his Rolexes, but he owns pretty much anything you can name. I know he owns it. So Yachtmaster, we didn't see one of those, but I'm gonna go through the photos and. Let's just do this. And I'm going to hear you guys down below. Which one is your favorite? So let's just go here. So we got the Rolex.
Daytona. Skull. Let's call it Skull.
The Skull Tourbillon. The Patek Philippe Grand Complications.
Yeah, see, what I'm doing as well is I'm picturing me wearing it and what situation. So the Patek Philippe is definitely the best watch out of the bunch, but I would never wear the thing, so it would not be my choice.
Johann Bleek, the Richard Mille RM59. What about this one here, the Sea Dweller? Or how about the one that's Sylvester Stallone designed himself?
Let's do it.
Have any votes for that one?
Oh my gosh.
Then we've got the Pave Dial Red Rubied Rolex Day Date. I don't think that was anybody's favorite. Then we've got the blinged out Patek Philippe green blinds. Let's say the mini blind dial. Or we could say Sylvester Stallone's first watch.
If that was a silver, if that was a stainless steel looking watch with those indices, that would be special.
I think it's just too much gold. Like, I would probably put this on like a rubber strap because I just think that's just too much for me, man.
Yeah.
And we've got the rose gold Patek Philippe here. But he also has the stainless version here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we got the good old Panerai that he wore in.
It's definitely closer on that one.
And you've got the Rolex GMT with the.
I'm just imagining myself just walking down to Tesco's, like the corner shop, and just going in for my milk and bread, and with that on. Do you know what I mean? Or this thing on.
How about this thing on? This is the Rambo watch. You've got the water purification tablets included in every watch. The compass, grand complication, everything.
I think we move on.
Yeah. How about this one?
It's not the worst, Richard Mille. This one. It's not the
worst.
Not
the worst, not the best, but it's just too much, man. Yeah. Too much going on. So, and you know what? I did want to mention this.
Definitely.
I lost my dog this past week. She was 14, died of cancer. Was definitely one of my best buddies, very loyal dog, and I wanted to actually pay tribute to her during this video. So I'm glad I actually came across that. So very tough to go through, and man,
absolutely, man, absolutely.
Yeah. So definitely gonna miss her, man.
Yeah. Listen, it's better to have loved and lost.
It is true. It is true.
Like, it really is.
I hear a lot of people talking about, well, I would never own a dog because, putting them down is so sad. But all those positive memories that I had of her, oh my gosh, like it was completely worth it. But the toughest thing about owning an animal, especially in her condition, was making that decision to put her down. I mean, that's very, very tough.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy. It's easy for me to say, man, as well. It's easy for you to think these things, but you just got to live through it. I mean, my dad, when he was young, he had a boxer dog called Carefree, and he was absolutely in love with that dog. So much so that in later life, when he had to be put down, he had arthritis and some other issues, but he had to be put down. And when we were growing up, we never had a dog because Dad was hurt so much by Carefree passing away that he didn't want another dog, purely because of what happens when the feeling it is when they pass away. But he wasn't that bothered about digging the old holes, digging the old graves for cats.
Really?
I'll tell you that. No, he didn't care about the cats. We had our fair few cats, that's for sure.
Not a lot of Richard Meals, by the way, in the chat for voting on the favorite.
There never is. There never is. There really never is.
But I will say the winner by far was that Daytona.
Yeah. I mean, I call me. I don't know if all the guys and girls in this chat right now are us. They are us guys. I mean, there will be some guys that earn, double what I do, triple what I do, but they have the same, thought process about spending what sort of monies. And I honestly think that Richard Mille are very strategic and are very clever, like Rolex were back in the day, because Rolex did it as well. They would give their watches to people that are very high up, very famous. It started off as intrepid explorers like Sir Edmund Hillary. It then went to speed land speed record people, then airplane, record duration. It then went to scientists with the Mille gals, and then it went to Clark Gable. It went to all the American actors, the big film actors. And
Right.
if it's good enough for the scientists and the actors, it's good enough for me. Then you've got popular music. You'd have, if it's good enough for the rappers of now, or any pop stars now. Justin Bieber wears this sort of stuff. Rolex has done it in the past, but Richard Mille definitely, given it to Rafa Nadal. They've given it to Sly Stallone, or Sly Stallone has got one. They're clever. They are clever.
Yeah.
You don't, there are sheikhs that have Richard Mille's. You don't see a lot of people actually buy them who are nobodies, but they're always in the forefront, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Because it's the like Hublot. Let's be fair, it's like Hublot as well, with our famous sports stars all wearing them.
Yeah, not a lot of us enthusiasts are big fans of Hublot as well as Richard Mille, to be honest with you. Thank you all for your condolences. It means a lot to me. Definitely appreciate that. Ross, we had a great show today, man.
Mate, I really enjoyed it, and it was something different. And you love a bit of Sly, and I love a bit of Sly Stallone.
Yeah.
And I know most of the guys will like at least one of his shows. They might not like his taste anymore after that, but I think there's, if he had, like Terry said, if he owned a Casio Royale, we definitely feel differently about him, wouldn't we? Anyway, it's lost. It's our game.
Yeah. Well, this one was a lot of fun. I don't know. You have about another 10 minutes. Maybe we can turn the show over to the chat, because the chat was the start of the show today. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You guys had some really funny comments, and I really do appreciate the participation. So if you guys have anything you want to share down below, keep it PG-13, obviously.
Absolutely. Someone playing tennis in the background. Oh,
I love that clock, man.
I know, man. I know.
Unbelievable.
Ben, it doesn't do it justice. The screen, it looks like it's flickering, but it's not flickering. But yeah, I absolutely love this clock.
Thank you very much, guys. So anybody has any questions, anything they want to discuss, definitely put it down in the chat below. And if you don't, we're not going to force it on you. I mean, we'll just but I'll definitely give it a couple minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, Joe, what's your are you interested in any watches coming up? What are you interested in? Is there any watches that you want to look at?
That's a great question. I'll tell you what.
For your personal collection.
I do want to show you a watch that I just received for Father's Day, which you know me. I love me a Snoopy. So
yeah, you love a little Snoopy.
Man. This is the
cool,
Snoopy Marlin. This is the the Boy Scout camper.
That is a beautiful looking watch. I must say, olive green. But how does it fit on your wrist? You don't like a small watch, do you? Let me see.
I don't like a small watch, but
when it's got sentiment, though, you gotta love it.
No, but here's the thing. This one's not a small guy.
That's cool.
I'm going to show it to you right here. It's not a small watch.
It's not.
And you know what's cool about this watch? It's got that really domed crystal.
Yeah.
Now, it's acrylic.
Yeah.
But it gives the watch a little bit of a chunkiness that I like.
Yeah.
See how chunky that is?
I know that the Marlins originals are 34 mils, so they've definitely beefed up and made it a bit more popular contemporary style, wasn't it? Contemporary size.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool, mate.
Oh, we do have a couple questions in here, so let's see. What's the next watch you are focused on getting? So that's the one you just asked me. What about you, though? Because I don't really have any watches on the radar currently, because I'll tell you, I'm so blessed. I have so many watches that I'm not fancying any watch currently because I'm that blessed. So it's a good problem to have. How about you?
That's cool. Well, I'm not. So it is the Sin U50 for me. A beautiful diver watch with a tegimented case, bead blasted very special Zinn watch. I'm a lover of Zinn, German design. That is my longest short midterm goal. I still want the SPB 143 Seiko, the 62 mass watch. I think short term I'm going to get the Flightmaster, the Seiko Flightmaster. I've seen someone say it on the chat who've just got one, but I'm going to get one. I'm going to do a review on him.
What about this one here? I've never even seen a $900 Timex. So the Made-Worn Timex.
No.
I've never heard of it, but Dale,
I will look at it.
I'm going to have to check it out now, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of a $900 Timex, so.
Da, 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 da.
What about San Martin? Have you ever owned one, had one on the channel, touched one, smelled one?
I like if you said San Martin, as it's like it's some sort of French design.
Yeah. Sounds more expensive when I say it that way.
Yeah, it does. They're obviously good, aren't they? They're obviously great quality, very good quality. They're the so you've got Pagani, which is the $50-$60 or the £50, and then you got the San Martin, who are quadruple the price, right? £200, but you can see the difference in the price. At the end of the day, it is a homage watch, Nelson. That is Nelson, by the way, Tiote_Paris. I will have one day. I know that the review channel, Honest Watch Reviews, James, he's going to send me one soon. Okay. I hope it's the Black Bay homage. I'd like to see that one. But
yeah, from what I've never held one, but just from what I've gathered, they definitely have much better lume than Pagani. Yeah, I think their build quality is better. But you're also paying more money as well for San Martin. Yeah, so
San Martin.
Have we seen the Pluto Undone watch? He really wants one. Me personally, the only Undone watches that I really like are the Peanuts. And the Monopoly one looks pretty cool.
Isn't there a Popeye one? Popeye one's cool. I like the Popeye. And I've seen that. Yeah, I like the Popeye one. Ben Rastafari, by the way, is the guy that made this for me.
The clock?
The clock, yeah. He's here.
Wow.
So, yeah, gets a special mention because he's a top guy.
Well, you know what's funny is I actually talked to him on IG, and he taught me how to make one, but I still don't know how to do it. So I'm still, SOL.
Well, yeah. I do want to have a look at Undone, definitely want to have a look at Undone watches at some point. And I probably would go for, I do like Pluto, I do like Disney, but it might be Popeye, Ben, for me.
Casio A158 or 168 for you?
Well, if you're a true lover of the F91 and you want a metallic looking version of it, then you go the A158. It's still got the same, it's got the same lume, it's got the same backlight, slightly different dial design, but still the same colors, which is why I really love it. The bracelet is the best metal bracelet that you could get for under $50, I reckon, with Casio. The A168 is a beefier version, exactly the same functions as the A158, thicker and bigger case. So if you don't like the size of an F91, then you might not like the A158. The A168 has that luminescent, that LED screen, and that's a really good lume. So I personally would go with the A158 because I'm a lover of the F91.
Yeah, me as well. And I actually have an F91 that just came into the channel. I bought one. So stay tuned for some more tortures. All right. So Terry Fenner, is it me or is Timex shoving out the new models at the moment? New one every week, more or less. What do you think, man?
I don't really know too much about Timex, really. I don't look at them a hell of a lot. I do want to get a Marlin in, an original reissue. That'd be nice. Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, if they are bringing out new watches, they're probably reissues of the good ones.
That's what I was going to say. I'm noticing a lot of reissues with Timex, and I have no problem with that. Homage your own brand, like the watch that you put out yourself. I mean, that's okay. in my eyes.
Yeah, I've got no issue with that at all, because at the end of the day, they're bringing back watches that made them a
Who they
lot
are
of money,
today.
but made them what they are today. And the Q Timex is a great example of, you know, an amazing 70s case that we all wanted. The movement went great inside it, but you know, I've got no problem with them bringing out and reissues of their own brand watches.
I agree with you 100% there. I was very blessed this Father's Day. I received 2 new watches. The other one was a Seiko that you're gonna have to check out my Instagram later on today, because I'm gonna put up a picture. It's a Seiko I've never seen before. Very unique. So again, Janny, she picks the watches and I do the reviews, because
well done, Janny. Well done indeed.
It's got some rose gold elements to it too.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
excellent.
let's see. Here we go. Have either of you guys had a Vostok or a Volpa movement?
Check out Nelson, some of my older shows, my friend. I've done a Amphibia and a Komanderski. And I'm as complimentary as I can be. It's not a watch I would probably... Turtles! Donatello was there. It's not a watch I would personally buy myself. The bezel is laughable with the frictionless bezel. It's got to have a ratchet to it. I do love a nice sweep to my watches. And this beats at 19,000. It's a really weird 19,000 beats per hour. But I really did like the fact that I could take the case back off. I paid 50 pounds for a Komanderski, and I could regulate the movement. I really did appreciate that. They're quite cheap, the Vostoks, because they are plated. No, you know, they're not stainless steel, they're copper plated, I think.
And they have that wobbly crown.
Yeah, but that's quite
part
good.
of the design. And
yes, it's an endearing thing, I think. I quite like it. I think they're all right. I think they're cool. Lovely. Look at that one. Display case back.
Yeah, so this one has the 4R37A movement. Wow. It's a very unique watch. I've never seen one before. It's got that carbon fiber look on the dial.
Yeah.
Got rose gold indices. I actually put a Strapsco strap on here. This does come with the jingly jangly rattlesnake bracelet. I think the strap goes perfectly on it.
Looks really well. Yeah, it goes really well, man.
Well done, Janny Eileen.
Well done, Janny.
I do want to own a Vostok one day. You
need to review one. Have you reviewed one?
I have not reviewed one yet. And look, they're cheap enough for me just to buy one and give away if I don't like it. So
and also they are very popular. They are really
they really are. And I mean, if a guy like Jody and yourself recommends them.
Listen, I would recommend them for someone. Obviously, they're absolute cult following, some of the Vostoks and stuff, and they have a great history to them, really good history. An awesome military history to them. I would say they are one of the brands I would suggest if you're starting your watch collecting career. Absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna get one. So stay tuned.
You definitely need to, man, because it would be great to see your thoughts.
Fair enough. So how is the fake Omega destruction coming along? Well, so far so good. I mean, it's still intact. I have not destroyed it yet, but I'm still catching up on some content. So definitely stay tuned, because we will be destroying this fake fugly Omega, the Fomega, I now call it. So
Fomega, I love it. Love it.
Check out the YouTube channel, At Home with Sly Stallone. Definitely good stuff there.
Will do, man. Will do.
Here we go. Tudor Pelagos, black, blue, or LHD. Perry would pick the black. Can't go wrong with black.
Yeah, I'll pick the black.
Yeah, same here.
The blue's too modern. It's too a modern blue for me.
Too modern?
Yeah.
Oh, I already did that one.
It's all right, mate.
We'll do a couple more and then we'll call it. What do you say?
Absolutely. The wife is calling.
Spain. Thanks for the info. Okay. All right.
I love these chats because they're all chatting with each other. I love that. And
I love it.
What the heck is he talking about, Robert? Robert, what you talking about, son? But he's talking to someone else, which is cool.
I think today, yeah. Well, I think that's what's going on in the chat that I must have missed a comment before, so I'm going to check that out later on. But I think the chat today really brought their A game. I think it really made the show a lot more funny than I think we could have made it. So huge shout out today to the chat. Thank you so much. We had consistently 40 people in the chat.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Record for me. So I thank you all for coming over and checking out Average Joe Watch Reviews and the Mad Watch Collector. Talk about Sly Stallone's watch collection. Thank you all for participating. Russ, thank you again, sir.
Pleasure, my friend. Pleasure.
Guest. Would you like to give us your tagline before I let you go?
From me, the Mad Watch Collector, I'll see.
Oh, sorry.
You! What you done to me there? Oh my God.
All right, take two. Hold on.
Here we go.
Take two.
Ready. I don't think I did that right anyway. Here we go.
All right.
From me, the Mad Watch Collector, I'll see you in a tick, 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 a tick.
Boom. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And always remember that there's always time to be kind to one another. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and also click a like on this video. That's the most charitable way to help out the channel. So we will see you guys next time on Average Joe Watch Reviews. God bless and take care.